What's up guys, welcome back. Today in this video we're going to be looking at something special that's just arrived in the post. We've literally just got home from work and this thing, I've been waiting for it to turn up for quite a few days. If you've seen the title, obviously you already know what it is. But this is something that I've been really looking forward to, and that is the Predator 30th Anniversary Quarter Scale Jungle Demon. Now this is a figure by Neca. I do like a lot of the Neca toy stuff. This is my first Neca Predator. I have the Xenomorph prototype. It's actually up there. You can just about see his hand hanging off the top of my wardrobe, and I needed a Predator to go with it, so I thought which one is best to get, and I thought I'd go away from just getting like the standard one and I'd get something that was a bit more unique, and this one is definitely that. This is the Jungle Demon. Now you can't really see because of the light in this box, so I'm going to show you the back. It's like a semi-translucent figure. Half of it is like the colour of the jungle behind it, and half of it is see-through. It's basically supposed to be a shot of the Predator mid-transformation into his invisibility cloak, and I think it just looks awesome. They brought out the smaller version earlier this year, and just over the last month or so it's only just arrived in the UK, and I got this from the site Toys in the Attic, which is a really great site if you want to pick up figures. They do great prices, you can do like payment plans, and they're just really great. This is the first purchase for them, and I'd definitely buy something again. So one of the things when you order one of these huge figures is that you can't really do an unboxing very stylishly on camera because there's just so many ties and wires that you have to get out. So I'm not going to be doing an unboxing live, but I am going to be showing you the figure anytime now as soon as I've unboxed it. So here we have the front of the box. Like I said, there is a lot of glare in this room, so I can't really get a good picture of it for you guys, but like you can see here, it says the quarter scale featuring LED lights, which I think is on the arm, on the wrist pad thing he has, and his eyes light up as well, which looks really cool from what I've seen on the internet anyway. Like that picture there, they glow up like that. So as we go further down here, Predator 30th Anniversary Special Edition Jungle Demon. Now we go over to the side and we have a really cool piece of artwork of the Predator there, with his eyes flashing up and his tri-caster thing, and more jungle in the background, and the 30th anniversary thing again. I really wish I got to see this film in the cinema earlier this year. I think it was in November actually in the UK. They showed it in a few cinemas, but I didn't get a chance to see it. It's one of my favourite films, so hopefully they'll do it again sometime. On the opposite side we have this gauntlet opens to reveal LED display, and I think that has red lights on it. Helmet features 4 different LED functions. I will get to them when I've opened it up. There we go, there's the wrist pad, which has the basically the Predator language timer, which he uses to do numerous things, as well as basically self-destruct, which I can't wait to check that out. And as we go up the image here, we have a full-size image of the Predator, which looks badass. I really wish I had some kind of jungle material or somewhere I could take a cool picture of the woodland behind it to actually get the real idea of what the figure is going for, so maybe I'll have to do that eventually. Probably the best part of the box, this is the back. It says Predator there, and then we have another full-size front-on image of the Predator. Basically this similar image to the one on the side, but this one looks so badass. It's just got the whole jungle. It perfectly captures what this figure is about, really. The translucency, if that's a real word. It changed colours like the chameleon. It uses the jungle, it uses the trees. So there's a little caption there. Then we have a synopsis of the movie. You all know what happens in the movie, so I won't bore you with that. If you want to watch it, you can check it out there. The complete 30th anniversary collection. Now this, I believe, is mostly the smaller figures. I know there's a few that are in quarter scale, but most of these are like smaller versions. And we have quite a few Dutches. We have the Pushing Too Many Pencils Dutch there, we have Commando Dutch, we have some Dutch with some camo, some more camo Dutch, and then we have in the middle there the covered in mud Dutch, which is awesome. I think there's a quarter scale of that, which would be really cool to get. There's the Jungle Demon, and I'm not too sure what that one is there, but the one on the side of that one is basically the unmasked Predator, and yeah, they all look really cool. I would probably get that Dutch quarter scale mud if I could find it for a good price. It would look really cool next to this Predator. So I've got it out of the box. It's still in the inner layer of cardboard. I haven't taken all the wires off yet, but this is a look at it with the background, and it's basically like a Predator Vision of the jungle version that's on the back of the box, I think. But yeah, obviously it's in Predator's vision, and here you can see him. You can see how it goes between jungle and translucency. We got the wrist blades on one side, and on the other side we have the little arm control panel. And as we go, we see all these different plated armor pieces. I think this is basically the Jungle Hunter, the main Predator from the first one, which is a quarter scale as well. I think they've just done the art design differently. I think it's the exact same model. There's not much difference in articulation from that one. It's more just about the visual appearance of it. There we can see his mask. I'll get more to the look of it once I've actually taken it out. On the top right there we have the shoulder cannon, which isn't attached yet. So next up I'm going to check out what it looks like outside of the box. And so I've literally just got it out of the box finally, unwrapped all of the ties and the wires. Probably took me about 25 minutes, but it's worth it in the end because this thing looks incredible. So as you can see here, we have the patterns are basically random where it's silhouetted and where it's translucent, because it's supposed to basically imitate a forest behind him as he's transforming, and it just looks really cool. I will say it looks a lot better in person than it does on the pictures. I thought it might not have looked that great, but I think it looks really cool in person. So as you can see, we're going up here, we can see the translucent patterns all over the place in different places of his body. And there we have the mask. I'll probably get some close-ups soon of the whole thing. We can see that he has like little trophies on little pieces of string around him of like, looks like bones, kind of looks like a xenomorph tail actually, but I think it's like a spine. And here we have basically little bones and heads and all kinds of weird stuff. I haven't put the shoulder cannon on yet, I'll do that very soon, but yeah, that's a basic look of the front of the figure. And then we go to the back here. I really love the effect of the translucent plastic on the dreadlocks of the Predator. I think it looks really badass. You can see on the back there's a lot more of the translucency on the back. You can't see some of the joints inside, it looks like, but only if you look really close. And then we can see as we go down here to the strings that are attached with all the bones and stuff, some of them are actually in colour around the back. Then we have his little, what they call loincloth, kind of looks like some combat shorts or something. And there's the knee joints there. I believe the waist probably moves, the knees move, the feet move, and the wrists and elbows move, I think. So it's not the hugest amount of articulation, but it's enough, because with one of these figures, they're mainly just to display, I think. This one is going to be sat here on this platform here next to my Xenomorph, and I cannot wait to finally get them both standing up and get my setup ready. So now I'll take a look at the close-ups of the mask and some of the details. And so here we have a close-up of the mask. You can see that the eyes are painted yellow, and they've also got like a bit of shadow above the eye, which really looks cool when you turn on the LEDs, which I'll be showing you very soon. You can see there on the left side there we have like the targeting tri-casting thing, which shoots out the 3 lasers, which basically targets where he's going to shoot. And there's a lot of cool detail on the dreadlocks if you look closely, where it's been like, it's got like patterns on them. I think it's like little things that keep them together, and it looks like there's a bit of damage on the head, which looks really cool. And it's actually, I think, supposed to be the Predator's face underneath. Finally attached the shoulder cannon. It was pretty easy to slide on, really. The top is slightly loose, but I think if you hold it in that position and you push it back, then it just stands up pretty fine on itself. This guy's ripped, he's got like an 8-pack underneath that thing. So I'll check out the wrist blades here. This is going to be hard to capture in the light because of how it's transparent, but it looks really cool. He's got his fist clenched. It kind of looks like his, in the Predator 2 when he's crunching up the Medipack things. It kind of looks like he's got that kind of posture in his hands. And on the side here we have the controls for that. I'll try and get a better look at these things here. I think they're supposed to be skulls and bones. And on this hand, the pose is basically with his fist out. Kind of looks like maybe the scene where he's got his hand out with the scorpion, like that he picks up after Matt kills it, I think. And I'll take a look at the control panel here, because this one actually flips up and it has the numbers inside. And this one is also LED activated, which I will show you in just a second. So just under the elbow there is a button which activates the LEDs on the arms, and I will try and find that for you now without knocking the thing over. There we go, so ready for it. Thing glows up red, and I bet that looks really cool in a darker setting. I'm not sure if the pattern changes different times you try it. I'll just check that to make sure. I think it's just the one pattern, but it does look really cool, and it shows through the panel as well because of its transparency. And it really lights up the rest of his body as well, I guess, if it's in the dark. Now I'll turn that off, save some of the batteries. And this is probably one of the coolest features on the whole thing, and it's the LEDs on the Predator's face mask. Now, it has 4 settings, I believe. I have tried them all out, so I'm going to try and show you them all, because this is going to be the real cool part here. So what you do is you press on the dreadlocks, which goes into the side of the mask. I think this is actually the button in the film which he uses to unlock the mask. So here's the first one. I'm trying to turn the brightness down a little bit so it looks a bit cooler. So this is basically the LEDs. That looks so cool. I'm going to zoom out so you can see it a bit better. And this first mode is basically, it just stays on like this, so you can keep this in your background on your shelf just looking badass, and it just looks really cool, especially with the tint on the top of the eyes. I think it works a lot better. So that's the first mode. The second mode is just the one glow, which looks really cool. I wish it could like stay on, just keep pulsating, but it's unfortunately it only does it the once. That would be a really cool feature if they were to do like a ultimate version or something, or if they were to do LEDs and then in the future ones, the pulsating light staying on like certain, like 10 pulses maybe, would be really cool. Now this one, the light stays on again, but this time around the targeting device lights up. The only thing that would make this better is if the 3 lights actually shone out of the mask and you could like target things on the wall. I think that would be just perfect, but you can't have everything. And last but not least is just the targeting device on its own, which stays on if you're looking for a little subtle LED lighting. So those are the 4 LED lights modes of this figure. So I hope you've enjoyed this. So far, this is my first glimpse of the figure, as much as it is yours really if you haven't seen it already. I really love the look of the figure, I love all of the features. You could have done with a tiny bit more posability, especially in the thighs, as I think they only really rotate, they don't go inwards or outwards. But other than that, I'm going to be displaying this mostly in the same pose, so it doesn't really affect me too much. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you looking forward to the new Predator movie? What is your favourite Predator movie out of the whole selection? And yeah, just let me know your thoughts. What's your favourite Neca figure? What's your favourite Predator figure? All that kind of stuff, I want to know. So if this is your first time checking out this video, then go ahead and subscribe if you want to see some more Neca stuff, because I think I have a lot more stuff coming in the next 6 months or so. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.